Okay, now we've got our bowl set down on our wax gasket. Our bolts are coming up through. Now, as we said previously, this is a Kholer product. A very exceptional snap cap. Once you lock this on there, it's a very good snap trim cap, a good way to hide that bolt. Now you're going to drop that snap cap down, and it says right on the face of it, this side up. So you drop that on, and then our Johnny bolt supplied us with a stainless steel washer to hold that down, which that stainless steel is virtually never going to rust. Cut that off, and you'll clean these brass filings off here. And like I said before, these Kholer snap caps are fabulous. They're a great product. You can feel that good solid snap, and that thing locks on there. You can clean around that toilet and never have to worry about that cap coming off. We've installed a Kholer toilet, so we're installing a Kholer seat. There are a lot of different toilet seats on the market, and they come with different bolts and different nuts for fastening. One thing you want to pay attention to is your alignment with the bowl. So set the seat to where your holes line up with your locking tabs. Check your alignment. Now, with this particular seat, I like this because Kholer gives us stainless steel fasteners, a stainless steel bolt and a stainless steel washer to drop in from the top, and then a plastic lock nut for underneath. Now, you just place the washer on the bolt, drop it in your fastening flange. You can stick a screwdriver right in that screw and just reach underneath. Now make sure you don't put that nut on upside down. You want the flat side facing up. Press that up against your bolt and just spin it from above. Now you want to get it just snug so you can recheck your alignment. You don't want to tighten that down all the way until you're sure that you've got good alignment between your seat and your bowl. So just snug it up, feel the sides there to make sure you've got equal alignment on both sides. Now you can tighten down on that bolt. Now you trim that out with this built-in cover. The cover's got two plastic prongs in it that snap into these two holes. Now it's very easy to misalign them and break your prongs. So get it up close to the holes, make sure they're going to fit right in. You don't want to bend those prongs, and just snap those prongs into the holes. See, that one's not lining up for me, so I'll pull it out again. Make sure I've got good alignment. Snap them both in, and you get a nice trim finish there. This is a Kholer Wellworth toilet. Kholer has come up with this gasket design. This incorporates everything into one piece. This is the seal between the tank and the bowl. Now, instead of using a bolt and a washer, what Kholer has done is I'm going to call them grommets. It's a 3-bolt installation. A lot of tanks are 2 bolts. This is a 3-bolt installation. Now this gasket, like I said, has the tank to bowl gasket, and instead of having washers on the bolts, they've built these grommets into the gasket that fit into your bolt holes. And as you compress the bolt down with the nut and the washer, you're gonna squeeze these grommets into the opening, and they're going to mushroom out under your bolt head, and that's what provides your water seal. Now, I'm slipping this on here when actually this gasket would be on before the flush valve is installed. You can see the flush valve's got a large nut on it that holds it in place. So the gasket goes on first, and then when you install the flush valve, the gasket comes with a friction ring. This friction ring is so that you can tighten the nut on the flush valve without twisting the rubber gasket. Now this is what the tank is going to look like when it comes from the manufacturer. The gasket is in place. That you can see that the friction ring is on the rubber gasket and the nut has locked in the flush valve. So you've got a one-piece complete gasket here. Now your bolts will already be in, but before you set the tank on top of the bowl, you want to make sure that the grommet is tight up inside the tank and pull that bolt down to where everything is a snug fit. Then you're ready to lift the tank up, set it down on the bowl, and start to tighten your nuts. The most important thing about this gasket is, I need to turn it sideways here so you can see, when you're tightening the nuts on the bottoms of these bolts, you do not want to pull that sealing grommet out of the tank. You want to maintain that tight connection there. That way when you're tightening the nut and the washer on here, that grommet will mushroom out under the head of the bolt and you'll get a good watertight seal inside the tank. You don't want to allow that grommet to pull out of the tank.